literal meaning of origami is fold and paper. The art of paper folding is enjoyed around the world as a pastime and is thought to have come from Japan, where it was originally used for decorative and ceremonial purposes. Origami, however, traces its origins back to China. History of Japanese origami. The word kami or gami in Japanese is the noun for paper, and the word ori or oru is the verb for to fold. Although the word origami is Japanese, the art of paper folding likely originated in China, shortly after the invention of paper in the 2nd century. After being introduced to Japan in the 6th century, it was reserved for ornamental purposes. For example, a pair of origami butterflies would be used as a decoration at a Shinto wedding to signify a beautiful life for the couple. When was origami invented? Before the invention of paper in China, the art of folding was practiced with cloth and other materials, such as leather. When the first type of paper was created from the pulp of plants, it was considered a rare commodity. An early convention was to not cut the paper to make a shape but to fold it into the desired form. This was to prevent paper from being wasted, and in the process of folding, the complete sheet of paper was being appreciated by the folder. And after a beautiful form was completed, it could be further appreciated by the viewer, knowing that it was once a single sheet that required no cutting or glue during its transformation into a figure. Who invented origami? It is not known who first invented origami, but monks, along with Buddhist teachings and the writing system, brought the ideas of paper folding from China to Japan in the 6th century. Origami was used to mark sacred objects at shrines. As paper was rare and expensive in earlier times, only wealthy citizens were able to enjoy the art form. It wasn't until the Edo period of the 17th century that more paper could be produced and sold to common people for leisure purposes. Modern origami. With increased production methods in the 17th century, paper became commonplace. And origami was able to be practiced by more people in Japan. Today, origami is a globalized pastime, especially because paper is sold in ready-made squares in many different colors to be instantly used and enjoyed. To continue the tradition, the square shape makes the paper easy to fold into a variety of forms without needing to be cut, glued, or taped. One of the most famous origami artists is Akira Yoshizawa. He was born in 1911 and grew up on a farm. As a child, he taught himself how to do origami. When he was 13 years old, he started working in a factory where he learned how to be a technical drafter. He would later teach other staff about geometry, using origami as an example. At the age of 37, he quit this job to focus on origami. However, he lived in poverty and soon had to serve in World War II. In 1951, his origami was featured in a magazine. From here, he was able to have exhibitions and publish books about origami. Because of Yoshizawa's work, origami was no longer just a craft but became recognized as an art form. He created a notation system, or instructions for folding a piece of paper into a desired form, which is known as the Yoshizawa inlet system. This universal diagramming system allows for visual communication of how to fold a piece of paper into a particular form. Numbering the order in which to make a series of folds, as well as using arrows to indicate which direction to make a fold, allows the folder to see step by step how to make a particular origami shape from start to finish. Yoshizawa also created the wet folding technique, which is to carefully moisten parts of the folded paper in order to make rounded shapes. The purpose of making origami was originally for the decoration of temples and shrines. Today, it is considered a craft or an art form. It can also be used as a fun activity to learn about geometry.